A legend is born, the Porsche Carrera GT, written by Jeremy Clarkson from the Grand Tour, the Porsche Carrera GT. Just saying the name sends shivers down the spines of car enthusiasts. This isn't just a car, it's a statement, a roaring, fire-breathing testament to Porsche's engineering prowess. Born from a cancelled Le Mans project, the Carrera GT took the world by storm. It showcased the absolute pinnacle of supercar technology back in the early 2000s. It wasn't just about brute force, though. Oh no, this car had finesse, balance. It was a pure driver's car, demanding respect and rewarding it with an experience like no other. Forget your fancy electric cars with their silent speed and autonomous driving aids. This is a proper analog machine, a raw, visceral experience that makes you feel truly alive. The price of dreams. Now, let's talk numbers, because a car like this doesn't come cheap. When it was new, the Porsche Carrera GT carried a price tag of around $450,000. That's a lot of dough. More than many houses even, but for the lucky few who could afford it, it wasn't just buying a car, it was buying a ticket to an exclusive club. A club where the only entry fee was the soul of a race car stuffed into a road-legal package. Today, the Carrera GT is even more valuable. Good luck finding one for less than $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1 million. But can you really put a price on a legend? I don't think so. Blistering performance, acceleration and top speed. Now enough about money, let's talk about what really matters. Performance. The Carrera GT was an absolute rocket ship on wheels. 0 to 60 miles per hour. Try a neck-snapping 3.5 seconds. That's faster than most people can say Porsche Carrera GT. And the top speed? Hold on to your hats, folks, because this bad boy could hit 205 miles per hour. That's right, 205. Back in the day, that was practically unheard of for a road car. It was like a hurricane with number plates. The heart of a beast, engine specifications. So what was the secret sauce that made the Carrera GT so darn fast? Well, let me tell you, it all started with the engine. Nestled right behind the driver's seat was a 5.7-litre V10 monster. Not just any V10, mind you. This one was derived from a secret Le Mans racing project. And boy, did it sing. This naturally aspirated beast pumped out a whopping 605 horsepower. That's enough to power a small village. And the noise it made? Forget about it. It was a symphony of mechanical fury that could wake the dead. Now you might be thinking, okay, 605 horsepower is a lot, but other cars have more, and you'd be right. But here's the thing. The Carrera GT wasn't just about brute force, it was about power to weight ratio, and in that department it was a true champion. See, the Carrera GT was incredibly light. Thanks to its carbon fiber monocoque chassis, it tipped the scales at just over 3,000 pounds. That gave it a power-to-weight ratio of around 4.7 pounds per horsepower. To put that into perspective, that's better than a Ferrari Enzo. Of course, all that power is useless if you can't put it down on the road, and that's where the Carrera GT's gearbox came in. It was a 6-speed manual, because what else would you want in a driver's car? But this wasn't any ordinary manual. This one had a beautifully machined open-gate shifter. It was like a work of art. And the way it slotted into each gear was pure mechanical satisfaction. Click-clack, click-clack. It was enough to make you want to shift just for the fun of it. A symphony of engineering suspension design. Now, let's talk about the Carrera GT's suspension, because this car wasn't just about going fast in a straight line. Oh no, it could handle corners like a dream, and that was thanks in part to its advanced suspension system. Up front, you had a double wishbone setup with push-rod actuated dampers, and at the rear it was a similar story. This gave the car incredible grip and handling. It felt like it was on rails. Precision steering, feeling every inch of the road, but the suspension was only half the story. The Carrera GT also had incredibly communicative steering. It was a hydraulically assisted rack-and-pinion system, which meant you could feel every little bump and imperfection in the road. Some people might find that a bit too much, but for a true driving enthusiast, it was pure bliss. It allowed you to place the car exactly where you wanted it. Lightweight champions, wheels and tires. Now let's talk about the shoes, because no supercar is complete without a set of stylish and functional wheels and tires. The Carrera GT rolled on 19-inch magnesium wheels at the front and 20 inches at the rear. These weren't just any ordinary wheels, though. They were forged magnesium, which meant they were incredibly strong and lightweight, and they were wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport tires that were specially developed just for the Carrera GT. These tires provided incredible grip and handling, allowing the car to achieve its full potential. Stopping power braking system. And finally, we come to the brakes. Because stopping is just as important as going, especially when you're talking about a car as fast as the Carrera GT. And in this department, Porsche really pulled out all the stops. The Carrera GT was equipped with massive carbon ceramic brake discs. These discs were incredibly resistant to fade, even under heavy braking, and they were clamped down on by huge calipers that provided immense stopping power. In fact, the Carrera GT could go from 60 miles per hour to 0 in less than 100 feet. That's seriously impressive.